Hello?
Nathan?
Jody. Jody, where are you?
They're back.
Good God, Jody, what's happening?
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Tell me where you are. I'll come right now, Jody. Jody!
I don't think I'm gonna make it. Ever since I was born, I've been linked to an entity.
Hey.
Judy?
You know, sometimes adults imagine things too.
What's your name?
Jody.
Welcome back to the land of living, Jody.
His name is Aiden, and he's always with me.
What did you do to that boy? Susan, this is gonna stop before we end up crazy or dead.
Please don't leave me here.
You're a monster! You hear me? A monster! It's over, Jody. It's over.
Now concentrate, Jody.
Some things that I'm not proud of. You lied to me. You used me to do your dirty work. Tell them to leave me the fuck alone. Because next time, I'll kill everyone.
PlayStation.
Go ahead, take a seat. Can you give me your name and your age, please?
My name is Mary Smith. I'm 24.
Have you ever taken any acting lessons, Mary?
Not really. I couldn't afford it, but I watch a lot of films and I learn so much by watching them.
Have you shot anything recently?
I've had a few bit parts, little things here and there, nothing very serious for the moment. I'm always too tall, too short, wrong hair. There's always something wrong with me.
Okay, have you learned your lines?
Yes.
Let's get started. Mark it, please.
Casting Heavy Rain, actress Mary Smith, take 1.
And action!
The first time I saw you, I knew you were the one. I thought these things only happened in the movies, you know? The pounding heart, the sweaty hands, and the shaky legs. I was coming out of the theater, and it started pouring heavy rain, so there I was, soaking wet, teeth chattering, freezing cold, and then you came up to me. You looked at me straight in the eyes, and you said, "Need an umbrella, miss?" You sent me flowers for weeks, and you said you'd love me forever. 3 months later, we were getting married. God, it sounds so stupid. It's such a corny romance. But real life, it never ends up being what you think it's going to be. You think it's going to be one big happy fairy tale. And then one day you wake up in an average little house, leading an average little life, and your real dreams are about paying the bills and maybe someday getting a bigger TV. And you realize that maybe that wasn't the life you were dreaming of. You realize maybe things could have been different. And maybe I actually could have lived with all of that, but then one day it all just stops. Starts with something small. A little lipstick on a collar. A few nights when you come home a bit late. At first I tell myself that I'm crazy, that you would never do such a thing. But just to ease my mind, one night I follow you as you leave the office. I follow you to the CD hotel where you meet the girl. And then my whole world falls apart. I come home and I cry for hours in my kitchen. I get the gun from the drawer in the bedroom. And I tell myself that if this is all that life has to offer me, then I can do without. But then I change my mind. After all, I'm not the one who's cheating. So, quietly, I wait for you to come home, sitting in my average little kitchen. Obviously, when you get home, you don't suspect a thing, so I press the fucking gun against your forehead and I take a few seconds to watch the fear grow in your eyes. You tell yourself, she won't do it, she doesn't have the guts, she's just trying to teach me a lesson. But you are so wrong, honey. I sentence you to death for turning my life into a soap opera cliche, for stepping on my dreams, for not giving a shit about me all those years, and for lying to me and betraying me and humiliating me. I'm making an example out of you for all the assholes out there who think they can keep on fucking us over and over. Goodbye, my love. So, how was it?
Very nice, very nice.
You think I might stand a chance?
Someone will get in touch with you and let you know.
She wasn't too bad, huh?
Doesn't matter, she's too tall for the part. Next!
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
KPC 897504C.
Can you move your head? Your eyes now. Cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm a third-generation AX400 android. I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments. I speak 300 languages, and I am entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner. No need to feed me or recharge me. I'm equipped with a Quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
My name is Kara.
Initialization and memorization checked. Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection checked. Now say something in German.
Ich bin ein AX400 Android dritter Generation, erschaffen als Ihr persönlicher Assistent und intimer Beziehungspartner.
Say it in French.
Je suis un android de troisième génération AX400, conçu pour être votre assistante personnelle et votre partenaire intime.
Okay, now sing something in Japanese.
Sakura, sakura, yayoi no sora wa miwatasu kagiri.
Multilingual verbal expression checked. Go ahead, take a few steps. Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold? I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Yeah, well, of course you're merchandise, baby. I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things. And you're worth a fortune.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
I thought... I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the rails. Okay, recording. Defective model. Disassemble and check the required components.
You're disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff. You're not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem somewhere.
No, I feel perfectly fine, I assure you. Everything is all right. I answered all the tests correctly, didn't I?
Yeah, but your behavior is non-standard.
Please, I'm begging you, please don't disassemble me.
I'm sorry, honey, but defective models have to be eliminated. That's my job. If a client comes back with a complaint, I'm gonna have some explaining to do.
I won't cause any problems, I promise. I'll do everything I'm asked to. I won't say another word. I won't think anymore. But I've only just been born. You can't kill me yet. Stop, will you please stop? I'm scared. I want to live. I'm begging you.
Go and join the others. Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
My God.
I was confronted with the loss of someone in my family close to me, and it was really a shocking experience. I wanted to tell a different story and not talk about death the usual way, I would say, but really deal with death as a physical reality and that can be explained.
David Cage's vision is always one that is innovative and highly challenging. So each time we start out on a project, we see those giant mountains in front of us and think, oh my God, how are we going to do that?
It took about a year to write Beyond. It was really challenging a collaboration because David is really passionate about writing and he always wants to push the envelope.
You know, the concept is huge and there's, you know, incredible action sequences and locations all over the world, but there's also this like beautiful drama within.
One of the challenges of doing this is because the player participates in the scenario, the possibilities of where the story goes is fantastic.
We ended up with 2,000 pages document and we realized we had a very big project in our hands that would be very challenging to produce.
It was a journey, right? Writing Beyond was a journey by itself.
I like being around interesting people that are really innovators and are passionate about what they're doing. And I had that sense in how they approached me and what I saw in the design and how they were talking about how they wanted to shoot.
It was strange because it felt so foreign to me, because it sort of felt like jumping off a cliff a little bit. Maybe that's just what I did. I just sort of jumped, I guess.
It was exciting. You know, it was exciting in the sense that it was unusual for me. Everything was so unusual. I'm a true gamer. When I got the call that I was going to meet David, I was beside myself. When a project is someone's baby and they've put so much time and so much heart into it, you really see it. And this is such a developed story, and this is going to make you feel and have emotion and go through a journey. So it's something I really want to get into.
I think that's the other thing that's so exciting about this game is this female protagonist, not a female protagonist who's like, sorry guys, like has like big boobs and a tank top, you know, and is like running around with a gun. And I feel grateful that I can be involved with playing this female protagonist in this video game.
It was really important amount of pages to shoot. In films, usually they shoot about 2 to 3 minutes a day. We had to shoot above 20 minutes.
It's been shockingly emotional. You just don't stop. You just go and go and go and go. I've kind of really enjoyed that experience. It's been like weirdly kind of freeing.
You walk by the performance capture space and it looks so tiny. And you look at that and you say, my God, all that stuff happened in that space today. When I say happened, it happened in your imagination and it happened in your intention. But it's a powerful feeling.
It's so amazing that this is what I'm getting to do. I can't sleep at night. I go home and I'm just so excited that I'm coming back tomorrow.
There's an aspect of motion capture that really skips to the chase and gets down to something very basic about performing.
Go back to bed.
With Anne and Willem, it's really like driving a Ferrari in a way. You need to be very precise as the pilot because whatever you ask the car to do, you will get it. But because they're so talented, they will give you something that will be fully consistent with the character and that will really bring something that you didn't think of.
The pleasure for me as an actor is not interpreting something. It really is serving someone's vision and then making it my vision. And David, you know, is pretty inspiring.
David's awesome to work for. I don't think I realized when I signed up for it just like how much of an incredible experience this was going to be as an actor. I mean, I really have nothing other than unbelievable respect for what he's doing, and just for whatever reason, totally just trust him, and just every day, just sort of go for it.
Both Alan and William came on set with a lot of respect for the project. They really wanted to do the best possible job they could just to serve the project and serve the vision, and I think it's going to make the game much better.
PlayStation.
We spent an incredible amount of work on set and character design, because every single detail is crucial to tell this engrossing story. The sets and characters are very diverse, and the story stretches over 15 years. So the challenge for us was to achieve this diversity while keeping an organic look to it all, a visual coherence that makes everything fit together.
So we start with a script. It's a really huge Bible describing all the location, the characters, and action sequence. We've done some mood boards. It's a kind of mix between many references. It could be picture, drawing, concept art.
The artist's concept must give substance to ideas, and our objective is to give everyone a common document that we will share. There is a first shield that I did like this, and then I made many variations to show how it could react to effects.
We grab many pictures, and after that we create what we call a pack design. A pack design is a kind of Bible linked to one sequence, one location on one main character. The 3D production is starting from this point, and we can produce internally by the Quantic doing graphic team, but also with some outsourcing partners. On Beyond, it's quite challenging to design characters because they are based on famous actors.
So as to really recognize their faces and their profiles, we use a thorough technical process with complete body scan, higher detailed scans for the face, and a photo shoot which is very precise to have all textures and skin colors of the actors.
We just use the 3D scan as reference because scanning someone is not magic. We go to 3D and start building, sculpting the characters.
To work on the character emotion, I really lingered over the expression, the eyes, the mouth, the same places that we look when we speak to someone. On each one of these parts, we could put the camera very close and see the pores of the skin, see that there is texture on the whites of the eyes. Our ability to provide careful attention to each detail enables the gamer to focus on emotion and on the actor performance.
Nothing's gonna stop me from seeing her.
We produced various effects on characters because they needed to react to all the things they go through. It means underlining their sadness with believable tears when they're in distress.
They're back. They're all around me.
And injuring them when they get into a fight. These elements had to be visible yet subtle in order to avoid caricature. This required close collaboration with the team in charge of lighting in order to correctly highlight these details.
Tell them to leave me the fuck alone, because next time, I'll kill everyone.
In scenes with bad weather, or when the character goes through natural elements like a river, we must find the right balance between what visually happens in the background, what happens to the character, and even sometimes what can be visible on the camera lens, for example, water flowing on the screen.
What was unique is being able to make Jodie evolve. We can follow her through many years, since childhood. We build close to 70 versions of Jodie?
She experiences so many moments that we could make her character very distinctive according to the period of her life. We have to propose a particular and different emotion through each version of Jodie.
So we spend many time with the artist concept and fashion designer to dress, to see how we could change the haircuts of an actor to make him younger or older in a consistent way.
One of the main challenges was to make Jodie look younger. We had very few references, and it was very delicate work because we didn't know if we were getting it right. When we put the trailer online, Ellen came back to us and told us her mother had recognized her at the age of 9. That's the best compliment we can receive as character artists.
Hello, Jodie. Come in.
In Beyond, we follow mainly Jodie and also our close relation, for instance, Dawkins.
I thought it would be a good idea for us to have a little chat, get to know each other a little better.
We can see him growing and reaching maturity. He begins as a laboratory scientist and he finishes by directing a whole department. We wanted to give him a paternalistic side with Jodie and at the end, an authoritarian aspect. There are more than 300 characters in the game. Once we created a digital double like the one of Ellen or Willem, if others are not as good, we will see it immediately. So there was a considerable effort to bring all the characters of the game at the same level than the main characters.
لك حظ كاستي حياتي لن أنسى فعلك هذا أبدا.
The highlight of Beyond was to go through an epic journey with Jodie spanning 80 different set pieces.
It's slightly different from Heavy Rain. We have a much more huge palette of scene and environments. It could be a Navarro desert, tiny rooms, huge complex. It's hard to manage because we are talking about small and tiny rooms with a huge level of details and also a kind of open world environments where we need to improve the same level of details.
One of the biggest challenges was to create an open world that we can see in the Navajo sequence. The scenery represents about 2 square kilometers. It's been a joint effort between the vision of David, the technical restrictions, and the artistic vision. Another challenge was to build a section of a city. We did a lot of research on homeless people lived in the United States, and so we worked together to characterize each nook and cranny. I guess we pushed on both our engine and the capabilities of the PS3.
We also make the sequence changing according to the weather.
We moved from a sunny Navajo set to a completely snow-covered homeless set. We can find ourselves in atmospheres totally different, but inside the same sequence. We moved from a daytime environment to a sunset and nighttime environment. This is the same sequence, the same street, but a totally different atmosphere.
The set is rarely in the same state when we begin the sequence and we finish it.
For all our effects, we relied heavily on our internally developed particle system because it allowed us to display a large number of small particles in which we could apply physics-based dynamics. Thanks to this, we've been able to have Jodie escape a collapsing, burning building, while at the same time outside there's a blizzard of about 50,000 flakes.
In Beyond, we speak about Jodie, but also about our connection with an entity. It was a real challenge for us. When we go through an object, we have to foresee the interior of this object. So we had a lot of detail to let the gamer having fun and to make the world around Jodie and Aiden more consistent.
In Beyond, there is an important fantasy element as well that includes creatures, entities, etc. In the beginning, we thought about something quite marine, but with an aquatic creature, it was almost too real. So we changed our idea towards something more polluting, more dark.
Entities don't really have defined shapes, but however, they are very frightening.
Imagining and creating the infraworld was also a great challenge. We had to think of a plausible, aesthetic way of representing what lies beyond. Souls disintegrating and taking shape again, for instance.
Beyond is a very challenging project. Everybody in the team tried to push hard the limits of the PS3 just to be able to recreate this journey in the life of Jodie Holmes.
PlayStation
Every second of movement you see and beyond is motion capture, ranging from simple in-game motions, walking, turning, all the way to stunts, fights, four-person fights on train roofs, to performance capture, to full facial and body capture at the same time.
It's not your call, Aiden. I can do what I want. It is unusual to go in and wear the suit and have these dots on your face, and it's interesting because you're kind of like limited in certain ways, but you're also way more free than when you shoot a movie. I mean, you could kind of do whatever you want.
The games we make at Quantic Dream are based in reality. Everything that actually happens in real life has to happen in our game, and the only practical way to get that is to capture the real thing. We have to rebuild the world out of cardboard and tape and foam. We have to make sure it matches what's in the game, and we have to make sure that we can actually capture with it, because there are limitations to motion capture.
So we have these very strange props that look really miserable, but they respect exactly the dimensions of the real set in 3D in the game, so all the contacts are fine.
We can't use a car door in motion capture because it's shiny and it's really heavy. We can't see through it, so we have to build the approximate of a car door, but it has to at least have some of the real properties of a car door, because just closing a cardboard doesn't play the same as a real car door.
You're in a car, and it's this ridiculous-looking thing made out of 2x4s with a, steering wheel.
I'm a guy that likes to, when I'm going through a casual environment, I like to have my hands in my pocket. Well, your performance capture shoot doesn't have pockets. So we created these Velcro straps that became my pockets that I would have something to put my hands in.
It's like pure imagination. Not just the fact that you're, shooting a scene in a submarine. Cool!
I was sure you'd love that.
Or you're getting briefed about this intense mission that you're about to go on in Somalia.
Jamal Sheikh Sharif.
Literally, it's like being a 7-year-old with your best friend and you're pretending that the world's gonna end and the bad guys are coming and we have to jump from couch to couch and avoid the lava.
I think that's also what makes it challenging, but also really incredible and like raw.
Everything becomes kind of bare and essential, but also it's sort of disturbing sometimes.
When you're eating in a scene and say we're eating pizza, it's like a little piece of triangle cardboard that, thank God, says pizza on it, or else I would not know what it is.
We built the helicopter where there is this very intense dialogue between Jodie and Clayton. So everything was on wheels and we were moving the helicopter.
Because I trusted you!
Performance capture, it's digital acting. The trickiest part of performance capture is the preparation. It's getting people ready to perform. Depending on how many actors you have, it takes a while to put the 90+ markers on the face. They all have to be placed specifically for them to work right on the rig.
So you have 88 dots, these beads all over your face. Not only that, but you got all these hard ball-like Velcro things all over your body as well. It's gonna pose a little bit of a challenge. I mean,
all these little balls.
Oh, fuck! I got like 10 bruises in my arm.
Everything's very refined because they want to have a vocabulary to play with. So you try to be the material. You try to give them as much as you can.
In our game, we have dozens of hours of animation. Capturing everything demanded an enormous amount of focus of the team to shoot almost every day during 1 year. And then, of course, treating all this data, bringing it to the character in the game.
Jodie, where are you?
Turn back.
The game itself really requires emotion and subtlety, and I think there's no other way to capture all that than the way we're doing it. They rely on each other. We couldn't get this performance without performance capture, and it wouldn't be worth getting unless it was from these people. It's a really great mix of technology and talent.
Quantic Dream has always been about creating interactive experiences that have emotion at their core. It's about telling the story of characters and giving the player the possibility through their actions to change the way the story unfolds.
When I write my script, I have an idea of how I want the story to be played.
So we try to render David's idea into a game and see with him if it matches what he had in mind. In case it doesn't, we go back to the writing stage and keep working until the result perfectly matches David's vision.
What we try to do in Beyond is really an intuitive and immersive experience. So we created a very discreet user interface with only white dots on screen and very simple controls.
Jody, where are you?
We wanted to revisit the action system and go for something that would be more invisible and more intuitive to the player. We didn't want the interface to be a barrier. We wanted the player to focus on what he's doing on screen and not on how to do it.
Ideally, the player will forget that he has a controller in his hand and will just jump into the screen.
One of the major revolutions in Beyond is the way Jody Holmes moves.
Depending on the context, depending on your emotional state, you see character of Jody moving differently, walking differently, looking around differently.
And most importantly, to give the player the feeling he's really in control of the character, he can do almost anything he wants to do.
You can talk to other people, interact with objects, and also run, jump, shoot, drive a motorcycle, or even ride a horse.
What was really challenging also is that the story goes on for 15 years of Jodie's life. When Jodie's a kid, for instance, you can do different things than when she's a teenager or an adult.
Giving this much animation to a character, it's really new. It has never been done to that extent, and it really makes the character come alive like never before.
We wanted to have these new mechanics with Aiden. I wanted to give this feeling of flying around and going through matter and through walls.
So we started making some research on how ghosts would move or even a fish would swim underwater.
We thought that using orbs is an interesting approach. It would give us this physicality that we need to interact with matter.
It became really something natural to assign them to the two analog sticks and have to play with them, to focus them, or on the opposite, to split them apart.
During the process of this production, we made what we call user tests.
You just watch people playing and you see where they succeed, where they fail.
If a player don't get it right, it's only our fault. So we work very hard to be able to correct it and give the best experience possible.
After each user test, it's meeting after meeting just to find a good solution to every single issue the player may have had.
I guess what we're looking for with the gameplay is really to find an interface that will allow you to play live. And we try to get closer and closer of the ideal interface where you don't think anymore, you just do it.
PlayStation
clouded by darkness. I have suppressed my hatred while I waited for the stars to align. After 1,000 years spent wandering the darkest bowels of the earth, time to emerge from the shadows as finally vengeance of Saddam the Dark will be unleashed. Myra will reduce the empire of Baranger to ashes. Now will I bring them chaos and destruction. Now will it be suffering and desolation. I will make them regret the day they dare to defy the greatest dark sorcerer ever to walk the earth! The 7 seals of the war and the talismans of Rastadan, I invoke you, Astaroth, dark lord of the lost cycle, by the sacred power of the ancient gods, by all the spirit servants of Asmodan, by all the sacred parchments of Pashtima! Oh, shit! I can never get that last one right.
Fashtamalavi.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I knew it. Damn! I am so sorry.
No problem. We'll just take it again.
Wow, dude. Totally freaked me out. I scared the crap out of me, man.
Oh, excuse me, if I may, I just have a quick word about the script.
About the script?
Yes, as my character is rather complex, I want to make sure I'm conveying all facets of his psychology. So, I ask myself whether this hatred that is consuming him isn't emanating from...
You know what? Don't change a thing. You were great. Okay, everybody, let's take it from where we left off, if you're all ready.
Hey, name's Maurice. How you doing?
David Gant.
First time in a video game?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to hell.
Okay, let's do it again.
Oh, by the way, can we please tone down the pyrotechnic effects? They really came a bit close the last time. Let's not risk a pointless accident.
Okay, I'll tell the guys. All right, silence on the set. And we are rolling.
By the 7 seals of the war and the talismans of Rastadan, I invoke you, Astaroth, dark lord of the lost circle, by the sacred
power of the ancient gods, by all the spirit servants of Asmodan,
Cut. Sorry, there might have been a problem with the sound there.
I thought there was something a bit odd.
Okay, we'll lose the sound effects for the moment, if that's all right.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Something wrong with the props, too.
This reminds me of what happened to the 2 guys who played the role before you. Yeah. Spellbook, smacked the first one right in the face. Bam! 3 fractured vertebrae. Yeah. Second one, yeah, he took the scepter right up his, you know. They need to find the bug, is what I'm saying.
It's getting hot in here. Aren't you uncomfortable under that mask?
Mask? What mask?
Okay, let's go again. And... action.
By the 7 seals of the war and the talismans of Rastadan, I invoke you, Ah! What's going on?
Cut!
Oh.
Hey,
Emily, get me the programmers.
Oh, man. Hey, Dave, don't worry about it. It's just a bug they tried to fix last week. Generates 2,984 clones of who? Moi. Look at him. I'm so sexy. Look at that. Oh, man. Just ignore him. Don't worry about it.
Give me the phone. Hey, look, I don't give a crap how you do it. Just get those freaking trolls off my set, now!
Hey, goblins, okay? Not trolls, goblins. Jesus, this guy's ignorant. Last time one of them bought a few cases of beer, you know, got a little messy, but what a party, you know what I'm saying? What a party.
All right, looks good, they're gone.
Woo! Personally, I thought it was a chance to class up the production a little bit, but you know, who am I? What are you gonna do? Some people got no artistic vision!
Excuse me. Could I borrow your telephone for a moment?
Oh, yeah, sure. Dave, don't munch up all my minutes, man, okay?
William! Yes, it's David. Yes, I'm on the set right now. Tell me, These video game people, don't they seem a bit bizarre? Well, no, something funny is happening here. Funny strange, not funny ha-ha. Well, it's rather difficult to explain. Listen, I'm not entirely sure this is a good idea. Yes, I know I signed a contract. But maybe we could... No, of course not.
Hey, come on.
Yes, maybe I am overreacting. Yes, fine. Okay. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Yes! No. Everything's fine.
Okay, we're ready. Let's go again from the same place, please. And... action.
Oh, great Azeroth, enter our dimension and deliver unto me my vengeance. Come, you most powerful... No!
Oh! Yeah, that just happened. Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, same thing happened to Michael Jackson, man. You know, in that soft drink ad? Congratulations. You just became a legend.
I told you to be careful with your silly pyrotechnical activities!
I'm so sorry. This is the first time it's ever happened.
Right. So what do we do now?
I would like to go back and try again from the same spot, if that's okay with you.
Let's do it!
Okay, silence on the set. We are rolling.
Oh, great Azeroth, enter our dimension and deliver unto me my vengeance. Master of all hells, the portal is open!
Oh, Jesus. That was my entrance cue, wasn't it?
Bloody hell! I don't believe it!
What?
Demon, yeah, that was your cue, but it'd be better if you entered through the portal of hell for continuity.
Oh, the portal of hell. Of course, I am such a Disney. Bad demon. I'll just take my, my entrance.
That'd be good. Let's do it again.
I'm so sorry, Jolly. Really. Excuse me.
Okay, we're gonna start the whole incantation over now that everybody's in place.
Well, the whole incantation? But I thought you had that covered.
David, it's cool. Don't worry, everything's working perfectly now. All right, this next take is the Keeper, people. And... action.
By the seven seals of the horn, the talismans of Rastaban, I invoke you, Azeroth, Dark Lord of the Last Circle, by the sacred power of the ancient gods, by all the spirit servants of Hasmodan, by all the sacred parchments of Hashtamaladi, appear! O Prince of Hades, the portal is open!
You have summoned me, mortal. I am your slave.
Don't go into the light, Dave!
God.
Don't go...
Call a doctor, quick!
Back up, give us...
Don't touch me! Don't you touch me! Maniacs! You're all freaks and maniacs! I'm getting out of here before you drive me as crazy as you are! I'm leaving! Continue your insanity without me!
David, wait a sec. We're sorry, okay? Please don't go. How are we gonna finish?
I don't give a shit what you do! I'm getting the hell out of here!
Wow.
Get her.
Really?
Great. I can't believe it. Well, guys, we've got to figure something out.
What do you want us to do? Huh? I mean, look, without the sorcerer, this whole story doesn't make any sense, you know?
Didn't make much sense with him, frankly.
What? What?
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hell no. Don't even think about it, okay? Stop.
He's perfect. Fred, call the costumer.
I invoke you, Westeros, Dark Lord of the Lost Circle.
A cure!
O Prince of Hades, the portal is open!
You have summoned me, mortal. I am your slave.
Satan!
Yes?
You didn't think I was going to let you get away with this now, did you?
I thought there was something a bit odd.
Nothing but a usurper, you dark sorcerer. Time has come for me to send you back to the shadows from whence you came.
Bloody hell! I don't believe it! No!
Asura, from now on, you are my slave. Let humanity fall to its knees. The hour of the Goblin of Darkness is finally at hand.
Shit! Gotta quit smoking.